Forgive me for not rising to greet you. It is a beautiful day in Suran, and I believe I'll sit for a bit longer. A few months, perhaps? I jest, of course. Today's victory was worth a few broken bones. Yes, but I do so knowing that the legacy of the Scarlet Judge is in good hands. We Dark Elves are beset on all sides by greed and scheming malice. I fought it all my life, but now it falls to you. Keep up the work, and be the hero VvardenFell needs. Ah, look there. The fruits of your labor.
Stay in line and keep those mouths shut, Switz, or I'll throw you in prison without your clothes.
It's good to see you alive, my friend. Oh, very good.
Indeed. Forgive me for not getting up.
Don't take this as an excuse. You're walking again, or else.
Got a good look? Good. Now you can go.
Like a patient person. Get out.
You're back! Did Nixie pull through? Do you have the Red Star shells? You did? Isn't she beautiful? And so smart, too. I mean, I know she's a bit older, but... Wait, did you tell her what you were doing? And why you were doing it? Ha! What? Oh, she's fooled you. She fools everyone, you know. These feelings have to be our little secret under Mother's roof. But soon, we won't have to hide them. I just need you to take those shells to Mother, and it will all become clear. You'll see. Nixie, come. Victory is at hand.
Oh, it's you again. Well, did you get what I asked? Yes, yes. Till...
Mother, wait!
Don't bother protesting, it's already done. Your little pet has been sold.
We did it! I bought Tywin! I can't wait to deliver the news, and the look on Mother's face will be priceless! You sound just like Mother. Well, both of you are going to see how wrong you are. Nothing can keep us apart now. Despite all your sabotage, Mother, love wins the day. Observe. Tywin, my love, nothing can stand between us now. Take my hand, and we'll be married within the hour.
I'll take my freedom, but I'd rather kiss Mehrunes' razor than spend another second in your company.
Tywin, how dare you? You can't! You're mine! I own you!
Lonus! Inside! Now!
Yes, Mother.
Get this letter to Drevis. It's important. Just don't let House Redoran get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
Stay away from me, I'm warning you!
I saw you head across the bridge toward Veya's friends. So, how did you fare, Outlander? Drevis? That laggard? I never understood what Veya saw in him. I suggest you go back and try again.
Get this letter to Drevis. It's important. Just don't let House Redoran get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
me, I'm warning you!
I saw you had Drevis.
What?
You look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon... That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house councillor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded. You should speak to Councillor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelancers, as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the Councillor. The longer Vaya remains missing, the more distressed Councillor Eris becomes. Councillor Eris can be found at the Redarin kin house, and do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young Vaya. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the Houseguard has failed, so be it. I have no issue with Councillor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redarin doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a House Councillor? How can anyone not know about House Redarin? Is this some sort of Outlander ruse? Well, in that case, Redarin is the grandest of the great Dunmer houses. We champion the virtues of duty and piety, and we have a proud military tradition. Our house comes first in all things. I don't understand why Eris seeks outside help. If I knew what happened to the Councilor's daughter, I wouldn't be talking to you now, would I? As far as we can tell, she left of her own accord. There wasn't any foul play. Councillor Eris Relith oversees Redoran operations in Balmora and the surrounding countryside. He's very influential, very powerful. Usually, the Councilor doesn't allow his passions to get the better of him. But Vea is his daughter, after all. If I knew what happened to the Councilor...
Swords.
Your gold looks better.
May I help you?
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander? My daughter has been gone too long, and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander. An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vea can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand? Vea fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous. Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter.
Honor and service.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find one of the house guard. You must be one of the freelancers the Councilor employed to supplement the duties of the house guard. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Vea ran away. Again. I hope you can... I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Vea is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound. Even trust an Outlander. Perhaps. As long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with... When you find Vea's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages. That's the key. We started to notice groups of young dark elves gathering in out-of-the-way parts of the city. One of my...
Get the this letter to Drevis. It's important. Just don't let House Veteran get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
Get yourself a drink. And one for me.
Stay away from me, I'm warning you! You won't get this note!
Get this letter to Drevis. It's important. Just don't let House Veteran get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
I heard you drove those cannibals out of the Forgotten Crypts. Must have been a horrifying scene down there.
We should drink to something.
Again, and again, and again. The five.
You look thirsty.
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Vea's brother.
We couldn't stop laughing.
Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redren pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Vea wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that. Vea wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Vea since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes. If you must know, it concerns Vea's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Vea find him. A local tough, goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Vea. Just to the... I'm not telling you anything, you Redren lapdog. Sorry about that. I'm kind of on edge, if you hadn't noticed. Everyone knows Vea's brother. Or they did, before he disappeared. She ran away because her father refused to give her a straight answer. She suspects he was involved in Ulran's disappearance. Balmer is not that big. Most of the sons and daughters of the house leaders and prominent merchants know each other. Vea's one of us. Well, within reason. And Vea would do the same for us. You think I'm just going to tell you all our secrets, Outlander? Well, that's not going... All right. No need to get violent. Vea doesn't want her father to find her until she's located her brother, so we help protect her. I'm sure Councillor Eris's intentions are good. He loves his daughter. Wants her back safe and sound. But what about what Vea wants? Her brother.
You killed one of my gang, Swit. That's it. Kill the Morag. I'll just take my leave. No use getting my ass again. I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make the first... You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patient Vea, the new apprentice. Now, why in oblivion do you... Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along... Make sure you don't anger Vea's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective of that young woman. You know, the usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out, I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. The writ was legal. Oh, you make it sound so obscene. Still, that's pretty much an accurate description. But it's not like I work for the dog. I'd rather not. She's particular about her secrets, and I don't want to get on a bad side. You should keep...
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will laugh at an assassin. Probably a Morag tongue. She tracked our leader here. But she doesn't know. We set a trap inside the ruins. Oh.
She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her! Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
Expecting that. Not a cultist. At least you sure aren't dressed like one. You're walking into a dangerous place, hero. You must be here for a reason. Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job.
Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag Tong too scared to meet the powerful snag face to face? There she is! Surround her! Cut her apart! Sacred tusks! You won't get past me!
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Tolvani's plans. I made a mistake.
mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Tolvani know. I'm sure Mage Valen will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me.
I am. I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here. You're obviously not one of the Malakath cultists, so I have one question. Why the tusk are you following me, and why shouldn't I just kill you and be done with it? Yeah. Well, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Faye is going through a difficult time right now. And the last thing... Really? Is that what old man Eris told you? And did he tell you about Vea's brother? About how House Redwin exiled their favorite son? No? I didn't think so. Vea needs outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look, tell Eris that Vea's safe and you'll see her soon. But no... Well, it's not exactly a lie. And I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Vea agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're... That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these... Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists. His name was on the writ, so I had to end him. I suppose if you're in for a sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, Vea and I have a history. Her brother, too. They were good kids. Liked to watch me train. Now I feel... That was her decision, not mine. Vea's good with a blade and tracks like a Nord Ranger. That was poetry in...
Than reading.
What?
Cannon level must have really impressed Lord Vivek. He was promoted to Archcanon.
I heard Lord Vivek bestowed many favors that way.
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she there? Joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. But what was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet. As for Vea's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but Naryu's back in town? She's as stubborn as Vea. Very well. No other outside. As you say. No other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran. Here, your first payment. Soon, however, when next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vea can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things... Vea has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses. That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement...
Well, look at that. Naryu said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Naryu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about. Here. This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day for security reasons, just in case it falls into the hands of House Redoran or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization. Never had to use a map before? Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses, and another map. The first map? It depicts a particular town. Kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own. Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal, mind you. We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse. Well, look at you. The Morag...
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her. Read her in records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths, whether important or... Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all. The local people of...
I heard you drove those cannibals out of the Forgotten Crypts. Must have been a horrifying scene.
A chance to stick around? You're spoiling me. I've been waiting to try this spell out. Fish biscuits.
If I were braver.
Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good. Ulron was exiled. That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted, and you admirably performed. There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Vea's supposed to wait inside. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registered.
Scum like you. You're hardly worth the effort.
sure it's Veya? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten's scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferhara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. Ah, the Counselor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Veya. As a matter of my mercenaries have spotted Veya skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Ferhara's war claws, the Count... My Veya's brother. It's a sad story. Killed one of his own soldiers to protect an Ashlander of all things. I think they were being too lenient when they simply exiled him. But that's how they treat the privileged few. Ulran always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage ways. As you say, Ferhara's war claws take their contract.
Ferhara assumes the Counselor's minions will not present a problem for the war claws. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferhara. I need everything
By the three! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without... Oh, right! Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned. But the swamp is... Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. I was going to try and sneak past them. But every time I get too close, I think one of them catches my scent. You're going to tackle that mob of fur and claws? I'm impressed. Meet me at the cave when you're finished. I think we have... Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
I can smell the dark elf kitchen.
Warclaw! Let's slay this outsider! What do you think of my luxurious accommodations? It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry fire. No, that can't be right. Ulran's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he possibly... What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill... I know the tribe that Ulran liked to help. Brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father...
She can handle herself just fine, hero. Bea, grab your things. It's time to go.
Go? Why? What's going on?
The Warclaws are marching toward this cave along with half the House Redoran soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it. They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need the back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redoran troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers. One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redoran recently acquired. We may run into...
Does the ceiling look unstable to you?
Search everywhere. Captain Briggs says the councillors might try to
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date. Get captured and taken back to my father. Not when I'm this close to finding my brother. That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redorans up there. Oh no, we're surrounded. And that's my father. What's he doing here? Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother and he shows up to drag me back home. You do that for me? Thanks, I guess. But what can you possibly do against all those... Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp. Once I find Ulran and make sure he's all right, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my...
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down. These Outlanders work for me. The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vaya has been spotted. Tell me. I also said that the captain has his own resources. The Warclaws report to Briven, not me. It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying. Very well. We'll do this her way. Vaya can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes. But tell my daughter, do as I command, and let them pass.
Those certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tails.
This is... disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Redoran thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders? I can't believe my brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place, so full of life. I know House Redoran wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this. If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people bad. We need to see if we can find... I really want to help, but Naryu won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in.
Veya, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redoran hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Naryu. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Veya! You know I hate that title.
If I'd realized how popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe ages ago. You don't appear to be one of the heretical invaders, but looks can be deceiving. What do you seek, stranger? Ah, Ulran the Exile. He disgraced his family and lost his status, but remained true to his heart. Ulran is here. He tried to stand against the Redorans, just as they detained me within this yurt. I assume they dragged him off to the mine, along with most of the tribe who refused to let those tribunal dogs walk all over us. Or should I say tribunal cats in this instance? Be wary. The mine will be as protected as the camp, maybe even more so. It's a small hole in the ground, but it served us well until the Redorans and their Warclaws arrived. Now they toss my people aside and lock the door. Get the key to the mine from either the Warclaw's commander or the supply yurt, whichever suits your needs. Perhaps you'll find what you seek within Kudanot's depths. To keep the head and the body separate. As long as I'm here, I can't offer my people hope or advice. And I certainly can't compel them to rebel against these invaders. I have no doubt. However, my place remains with my people, at least for now. The Warclaws have treated me well so far. They believe I can make their tails fall off if I so choose. Who am I to dissuade such creatures from their beliefs?
were just going to burn them? Even the rhetoric?
The captain called them traitors and savages. Said a good roasting was more than they deserved.
Down here! Come on! Wait. What's that smell?
Veya, stay back. You don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods! They murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no! Oran! Oran! Wake up, please! You can't
Veya
be
shouldn't
dead.
have had to see this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. Not to mention the son of a house. I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a Redrun, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war clause. I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive and as rare as a sober Nord. But Oron was always attracted to the contrivances.
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short, and what I have to say is important.
Brother, is that you?
Everything that happened was a deliberate act to discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother. You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora, causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his. I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Red. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter, but House Rederin's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here.
Oran! Damn it! What am I supposed to do now? Oran's not supposed to be dead. That wasn't the way this was supposed to end. What am I gonna do now? Damn Oran for leaving me that damn message! I still don't understand. Oran said someone set him up to fall. Who would do such a thing? And why would... So that's why they exiled him? That's why they killed him? He was too damn good? That's the problem? We've got to find out who did all this. Oh, I'll find them all right. And when I do, they'll pay for what happened to Oran. I swear by Mafala's sacred web and the first blood my blade ever tasted, I'm going to avenge my brother.
I agree with Ulran's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I can't believe he put this burden on Veya, though. What was Ulran thinking? I didn't say that. I'm just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran. And we don't even have a writ to protect us. I'm going to take Veya and head back to our safe house in Balmora. They found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure. We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code. We only execute those whose names appear on sanctioned writs. If we kill respectable citizens without a writ, that's just murder. So, you do that, but be careful. We're not sure who in the House Redoran is involved, and I'd rather not see you wind up like these poor Ashlanders. Veya and I still need your help.
Maybe you're small-minded. This should be easy.
I hate getting caught.
Anyone else?
And so the Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vaya, or present complication. What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down and let you do things your way. But instead of results, no, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave VvardenFell and never return. Why? Vaya was with you? And you left her out there? By the three, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try to maintain control. Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away until I can calm things down. I don't want to see... If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I determine... The captain serves House Redorin with honor and dedication. He's out doing his job. If Briven... I'll speak to Briven when he returns. But understand, the captain operated under my orders. It was never meant to be an attack. I sent Captain Briven to clear land that already belonged to House Redorin. The Ashlanders were given an opportunity to depart. House Redorin has been slowly expanding in that direction for years. We claimed that area almost a year ago, but we were forced. Redorin depends on that land for hunting and resources. The Ashlanders are like a plague of insects. They sweep into an area, take everything, and move on. We couldn't allow them to do...
Something...
Outlander, over here! Now you told me what you found in the Ashlander mine. I can't imagine what Vaya must be going through right now, but she shouldn't be alone. That's why I came looking for you. Nayu has responsibilities to tend to. Morag Tong responsibilities. Understand? She left me to keep Vaya company, but I'm not very good. You do understand. And now you implied you're as dense as the ash storms coming off Red Mountain. Good to know, even the Mother of Blade. One other thing. Nayu's job concerns House Redorin. That's why she didn't want Vaya to accompany her on this one. Vaya's grief-stricken, angry. I have experience getting on a lot of people's bad sides. Women, especially, find me exasperating. Irresistible, but carefully. And with your hands empty and clearly visible. She's in the safe house beneath Balmora, or at least that's where I left her. Something about who Nayu's target is. Thinks the target may know something about what happened to her.
Get out of of here, Ashur. I don't need a nursemaid, no matter what Nariu might think. Oh, it's you. Sorry about that. Did Ashur send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is going to find my dagger in their stomach. No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult. Finding poor Ulran in the Ashlander camp. I know, but Nariu's writ. It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. Well, Nariu wouldn't tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. Her target's at Arenim Manor, out in the swamp. I appreciate you agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenim Manor. My father used to say it was used by counselors as a retreat. But that's all I've been doing, thinking. And I think Ulran was right. I think someone wanted him out of the way, and they orchestrated the event. Brivens as stubborn as my father when it comes to following the rules and regulations of House Redoran. Ulran and politics, foreign relations, the Ashlanders, you name an issue, and Ulran and Briven were probably on... You did? How did he take it? I mean, he didn't know that my brother was dead. Really? I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us, in his own way. He didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either of them. That's why I had to get away. I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother.
expected you hours ago, hero. It's not polite to keep an assassin waiting. Ooh, shiny. I was wondering how long it was going to take Vare to convince you to follow me. But she thought I didn't notice when she glanced at my writ, didn't she? I know Vare wants answers, but this is my job. There are rules, especially where the lords of the great houses are concerned. There might be a way to deal with this, though, provided... First, don't kill any veterans. That's a violation of my writ, and could have serious consequences for both of us. Second, you sneak around and search for anything that pertains to Ulron's exile, while I figure out... We need to be invisible. These things work best when no one but the target knows we're there. If you get spotted, you're on your own. I even cough on anyone without a writ, and the Morag Tong will have my head. It's unusual, but not unheard of. True, most writs taken out against the houses target low to mid-ranking officials. The Grand Master is cautious when it comes to accepting such a high... Councillor Dovera has been conspiring with House Drez to promote the slave trade and avoid scrutiny by Redrin. I'm not privy to the laborious investigations that took place. In cases like these, though, the target usually becomes complacent and lets her guard down. She may... That's the question, isn't it? It nags at us the way the torchbug nags at the brave little scrib in those children's stories. Once we discover who Ulron's torchbug... I'm not saying that. Accidents happen. But they certainly made sure Ulron was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Riven's name keeps coming up. At the very least, he was Ulron's best friend once. He might be able to... Vare's my apprentice, and I'll decide when she's ready to take on a mission. She's been through a lot, and her actions reflect on me and my status in the Morag Tong. That's how it works. Her actions are my actions. Vare goes out and executes 3 writs. There have to be. My order came this close to being eliminated. It is...
Take it from an old...
The front door's guarded like a bank vault. Maybe there's another way in through one of the buildings by the docks. go around killing Redrin soldiers. My reputation's on the line here.
Remember...
Heal me!
See what you can find pertaining to Uran. You've got a dagger and a writ with Councillor Dolvara's name on them. So House Redrin issued an advisory against the Morag Tong? Fat lot of good that's going to do the Councillor. What do you want? If we don't find anything, maybe we can ask for an invitation to the upcoming council meeting. I'm I'm sure they'd be happy to answer our questions.
Well?
Got plenty.
Damn the luck. I was hoping for a quick stab and go, but it seems the Counselor might actually know something about... So Counselor Dulvra does know something about Vea's brother. Damn it all. Now I suppose you want to actually talk to her before I execute the walking pile of pond scum. Of course we do. I specifically waited for you to arrive because I figured that would be the case. Still doesn't mean I'm happy about blurring the line between helping Vea and performing my duty. We discovered that the next meeting of the High Council will take place at the consulate outside Balmra. The war clause and the Ashlander abuse aren't completely sanctioned by the House. That means we have to get Dulvra to spill her guts before I spill her guts.
Tell that stupid what is that?
Be quick with your questions, hero. When I slip in, so do my daggers.
Ah, you must be here about those pesky patrol schedules. After all that clandestine correspondence, it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Now, come closer so we can celebrate our partnership in a proper fashion. Well, look at you. I'm impressed. The last person House Drez sent over was so much more scruffy. I have a meeting with House Halalu shortly, but I think I can spare a few more moments for you. The noble's banished son? Why does House Drez care about that? Never mind. Anything so we can get to the good stuff. Ulron's dead. I hadn't heard. As to who was behind the test of Ulron's loyalty, what does that matter? He failed and paid the price for his poor choices.
What? You aren't clever enough or pretty enough to avoid what's about to happen, Dolvra.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you people?
I'm a Morag Tong with a writ that says you're a criminal and a traitor. That means I get to end your miserable existence. Take another look around, hero, and see if you can find anything else related to Oran. More proof that Dolvra was in bed with both House Halalu and House Drez. That's Captain Briven's seal. I suppose our evil counselor courted favor wherever she could find it. The good Captain Briven appears to be more involved in Oron's fate than I had imagined. He never struck me as the type to use murder and deceit to get ahead, but that's the problem with greed. It causes decent people to make or he's trying to hide something. The letter mentioned an intact squad sent to scout the old fort. If you can slip into town, sure, Vaya should be told. But you didn't take my advice.
I'm not picky about what you bring me. I buy a very...
Cannon level must have really impressed Lord Vivek. He was promoted to Archcanon.
Lord Vivek bestowed many favors that
Back again? Took your sweet time. You didn't learn anything, did you? Not that it matters. Alright. What good is that going to do? They won't speak to us. House before family and all that. Believe me, more rules. I thought we were beyond those kinds of limitations. Look, I need to figure out who's responsible for Oren's... Riven was Oren's best friend. Would he really betray my brother? Regardless, I want you to have this. You could have handed me to my father and you didn't. Other than Naryu and Asher, you might... So which soldiers are we talking about? I know most of the people my brother used to work with. Eyewitnesses are better than notes in the house registry. There's no time to waste. That fort's near the cave where I was hiding. Last time I was there, the fort was crawling with cultists. We need to find... We'll get Vatala and his soldiers killed. I know the process. Turning in a writ can take hours, maybe even an entire day. I'll leave Naryu a note. Let me gather my gear and write a note for Naryu. I'll meet you near the Hlormaran stronghold. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that we'll learn who's responsible for Oran's death soon. Then blood will flow. As far as I'm concerned, rules got my brother killed. They don't apply to me anymore. Besides, to find the soldiers, we're probably going to have to carve a path through those cultists. That's what the handbook says. Look, I know what Naryu's done for me. To keep me safe, I appreciate that. But this is about... No, never. You and Naryu aren't my enemies. I just need to get justice for Oran. Otherwise his... I know Vatala. He's a typical Redoran soldier. Loyal to a fault. Always spouting nonsense about house. Oran had a habit of putting the needs of others ahead of his own. He probably told Vatala and his soldiers... You're here, I'm here, the damn cultists are here. You know who isn't here? Vatala and his... Naryu's probably busy clearing her writ, and we don't have time to wait. This opportunity to learn more about what happened to Oran won't last much longer. We need to find that squad of soldiers. Their orders were to scout the old stronghold. I suggest we search along the outskirts and see if we can pick up their trail. Redoran officer. No Redoran soldier would leave that behind willingly. A bedroll, still wrapped and ready to use. Standard issue for a Redoran soldier.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
Corporal Darvel. I knew him. But the others, they're civilians. They must have taken Tellem's soldiers inside. Let's find the soldiers and get out of here before these stupid cultists realize what's happening.
Who's that? We won't let you take us without a fight. Wait, Bea, is that you?
Thank the three! You're all still alive!
I'm not sure what you and Vare are doing here, but let us out. Then we can return Vare to her father. Councillor Eris has been terribly worried since she disappeared. This isn't the time or the place to have that discussion. Get the key to this cage and then we can find it. One of the cultists carries the key. I don't think he's too far away. We hear him patrolling.
You find the key. Me and Vatala. We're going to have a little chat while we're waiting.
Vare, I'm just trying to protect you.
From what? The truth? Oh, please. I want to know who did this to my brother.
Ah, another sacrifice for the Prince of Bargains.
Vare, wait! You can't leave us like this. I knew I shouldn't have told Vare the truth. I just made everything worse. Please, I told her what she wanted to hear. I was with Captain Ulran the day everything happened. I was commanded to lure the Ashlanders to town and my orders were to invite the Ashlanders to Balmora to trade, send some local toughs to instigate a commotion, and then Captain Briven, though he was still a lieutenant at the time. As soon as I explained all this to Vare, her face turned dark and she stormed. Thank you. Now, get to Balmora and stop Vare before she does something she'll regret.
destroy you!
It is good to be rich.